Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 344. I think it's 344. And last we left off, we essentially the second war has begun. Okay, um, there was a and to what I thought a very obvious trap with uh Deku and Aoyama. Sorry, I always say that name wrong. Meeting in the middle of nowhere in this like parking garage, and then like All for One shows up, and then like he's like, "Ha, you fool!" And then Deku's like, "Ha, no, you're the no Monoma." Monoma's the one like, "Ha, you're the fool," doing his Monoma laugh, you know. Um, Basically, everyone just starts teleporting in all their soldiers, and yeah, like it's just here. It's just the war, I guess. There's no I mean, I'm not gonna say there's no buildup, but it's different than it was in the previous war where it felt you saw the buildup. You saw it visually, and here it's been a lot more about words and planning, and then boom, it happens, you know? Which is totally cool with me. They went for both they covered both approaches in this show. They've done one war where it's like you see everything massing up, and then it happens, and then this one is just like boom, it happens. So I have no predictions as to what's going to happen here. I just what can you predict? You know, like shit. I feel like, well, if we remember correctly, the plan was to separate them, and yet here we are, like all of them attacking all at once. Is that still their plan, to separate them? It's gonna be hard when they're all together like this, but all right. Okay, there we go. First panel, we get All Might next to Tsukauchi. We know how All for One operates quite well, says All Might. The hero's goal is ... Okay, so the black borders means this is a flashback. It is highly unlikely we'll be able to locate him during our search efforts. And then in the narrator's voice, we have UA, student dormitory, prior to the summoning of All for One. After Class A had returned from their search party, All Might and Tsukauchi came to discuss their final plan. Okay. All Might sticks his hands out and says, we need to give him a sense of security in order to draw out that cunning coward. Tsukauchi continues, quite the contrary. It lines up with... Wait. Yeah, quite the contrary. It lines up with Eraserhead's plan nicely. Wait, am I reading this? I think I'm reading this backwards. Oh yeah, I'm reading this backwards. I apologize. It's late. Okay. First we get Kaminari, Mineta, and Sero saying Bakugo said that too. Now you've come to tell us that again. Are you saying it's completely impossible? Yeah, I'm reading this backwards. Sorry, I need to remember this is manga. Then Tsukauchi says, quite the contrary, it lines up with the Eraserhead's plan nicely. All Might then says, in order to draw out that cunning coward, we need to give him a sense of security. I don't know why I read that backwards. I'm so sorry. Continuing on, we have Bakugo with Sero. All the searching, and we still can't track you down. Stop messing with us and just die, you piece of trash. That's Bakugo. That's the vibe we want to give off, right? Okay, so they're saying that. Like the look on Sarah's face right here. Why is he looking? I guess they're all tired from the searching, but that's what you got from it. He says to Bakugo, and then we have Tsukauchi with Nezu on his shoulder, like Yoda, like a little like baby Yoda or something. Says we are proceeding under the assumption that All for One is using search, and that he is able to monitor our every move. As Midoriya-kun has only recently come back to us, we can use that against him. We want to show Midoriya's impatience and exhaustion. So the state that All for One thinks Deku's in, they're gonna like try to play that up, okay? Show him that they're using a lot of air quotations here. I haven't been doing the air quotations. Show him that we're making one bad move after the other, and that everything is going according to his plan. So basically, they want it to look like Deku's still out doing rogue stuff, right? And then we're cutting to Aizawa saying, as the one responsible for Class A, I have an idea. This is when he was on the screen that President Mike was holding, and then he was gonna tell us their plan. Eraserhead had a proposition. It could exponentially boost the chances of Ayuma-kun drawing out All for One from hiding voluntarily. Okay, so yeah, this is the plan that we all been wanting to know from him. I'm so glad, says Uraraka, as we get Mina, Froppy, Jiro, and Momo, all the girls in one panel. That's rare. By the way, I want the girls to get a lot of stuff to do in this too. Like, I don't want it to just be Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku, like the three, you know, and Uraraka, I guess. I want the other classmates to have one last hurrah in this series too. But I'm so glad, says Uraraka. But don't you remember, says Momo, that Aoyama-san's father said if they even do as much as a lie, they would be killed. As she's thinking back to him just bursting in tears. All for One must have a way of distinguishing whether someone is lying or not. Ah, very clever to Momo, knowing that, deducing this. And besides, wouldn't that paint a target on the Aoyama family's back? That's been taken care of too. According to Aoyama's parents' confession, the only way that All for One is able to contact them is via audio. There is zero transmission through anything written. And I doubt that he has the time to confirm every fine detail with his many friends before he makes a move. This leads me to conclude that he has some way of disparaging the truth in real time as they talk. Hence the quirk that we know about. By the way, I'm glad that other people in the comments last week picked up on that too. The origin of that quirk is, again, Vigilante spoiler if you haven't read Vigilantes. Sukayuchi's lineage, they have truth-telling quirks. His sister has it's called like I forgot what it's called, but basically if she's touching someone, she can tell if they're lying when they say something. I don't know if Sukayuchi has a quirk. We don't really know, I guess. But that leads us to believe that, and then All for One said that the descendant works with All Might, that's Sukayuchi, so just in case everyone is curious, that's actually really cool. And if there is absolutely zero trace of lies in their voices, he will let his guard down and appear before us. That's why, in order to make Aizawa-kun's idea come to fruition, he is needed. Oh, yeah, Shinso. Okay, so people were picking up on this last week. I didn't pick up on this in my reaction, that the faces of Aoyama's parents, they had the brainwashing look on them. So it makes complete sense that the reason All for One didn't pick up on the lies was because they were being brainwashed to say those things. I totally get it. That's on me for not picking that up, but good catch to everyone else who saw that. I didn't see it. But Shinso walks in the door. He's, dude, yeah. You know, it's crazy. Now that there's an extra spot open, is he officially going to join Class 1A now? Makes you wonder. Shinso! They all shout as he comes in. They're all happy to see him. That costume is wicked, shouts Kirishima. Froppy says, when I heard about the plan, I was surprised. Because, you know, during the joint training battle, you mentioned that you couldn't make people talk. Well, a lot happened, you see. I didn't even remember that he couldn't make them talk. I remember they said they couldn't answer things that, like, they didn't know or whatever. Like, there's constraints on it, but let's let me shut up and let's hear what he has to say. I was going to transfer over to the hero course in April, so yeah. Just thought I had to train hard to keep up with everyone. That's why I managed to push the limits of my quirk through training. Yeah, baby. Who would have thought it would be used like this? I can do this, he says. As he grabs his, like, scarf. Yeah. If I brainwash Aoyama and his parents and make them talk, then my intentions and their emotions will not interfere with each other. Amazing, they all shout. And I assume this is Kirishima because we get a bubble with, like, Kirishima's hair on it. However, it'll be tough to meet the condition. Oh, no, this is Shinzo's hair. Yeah, it's Shinzo's hair. It's not pointy enough to be Kirishima's. However, it'll be tough to meet the conditions required to achieve it in the first place. That's so cool. You saved us, Shinzo. Are you joining Class A or Class B? They're all saying, look how happy they are. You gotta cherish these moments, man. They're gonna be fleeting. What's your hero name? Choose Class A, please. How cheerful, says, dude, okay, that's a great panel. You can even, dude, everyone's all smiling and happy emojis are surrounding him, and you just have him in the middle with, like, a Saitama, like, derp expression in the middle. That's great, dude. I love moments like that. Cut to Principal Nezu. Aizawa was the one who trained him. Aizawa Sensei is the best, they all shout as they hug Shinso in the background. I love these chibi little happy art styles in the back. It's great. By the way, as Shinso doesn't have his provisional hero license yet, I had to ask permission from Mera Yokumiru, the chief of the Hero Safety Commission. Didn't she die? Didn't the clone of Redestro kill her? Or is this like a new chief of the Hero? And I thought the Hero Commission Safety Commission was actually like gone. I don't know. Details, you know. But feel free to correct me. I thought she died, or like it just got disbanded because there wasn't like shit they could do. Continuing on. Tokoyami says, "Wait a sec. But the problem is, what do we do after all that? After drawing him out, do we plan on bagging them all at once? Is that even possible?" And we cut to everyone else, and they still have like the not detailed faces. It's just like upside down, like half circles, and like really basic like faces. That's great. If we deploy a large number of heroes on the spot, waiting to ambush, there's no way they won't find out. All Might says, if there's no one. Okay, let me reread what Tokoyami said here. I apologize. I was caught off guard. Problem is that, what do we do after all that? After drawing them out, bagging them all at once? Is that even possible? If we destroy a large portion of the numbers... Wait, if we deploy a large number of heroes in the spot, waiting to ambush, there's no way they won't find out. If so, no one there, they'll never find out. Oh, okay, so now it's showing the other part of the plan, where it had Monoma with Kurogiri. They're all surrounding Kurogiri in this like hospital room. You have Aizawa standing next to him. I see Vlad King. I don't know the other two individuals. I'm sure we'll find out. Aizawa says, "This is a request from All Might and the others." Vlad King says, "This is the most important role in this fight." Well, I'd argue this is the most important, but I would also argue that Shinso has a very important role too. Fooling All for One. I feel like that's pretty up there, but right. Can you do this? Monoma, the Phantom Thief, as Monoma's looking at Kurogiri. I'll try to do my best Monoma impression here, in the dub anyway. Are you seriously asking me to proficiently use this person's quirk in mere few days? Is this a joke? I apologize, says Aizawa. My voice couldn't reach him. Plus, I don't even know if he is Kurogiri or Shirakumo anymore, as we get a great shot of Aizawa. This kind of shot's hard to do, I'd imagine, for drawing. So it's Aizawa looking through the glass at Kurogiri, but it's showing a reflection of Aizawa in the foreground. That's actually really cool. Well done, Horikoshi. And Monoma's just listening to all this. And I am almost incapable of using erasure anymore with just one eye. In the next war, I will be unable to do anything. I feel like, so yeah, obviously he's had a lot of head injuries over the course of the series, which greatly diminishes how long he can use his power. Don't count him out, though. I feel like at some point in this war, he'll have a clutch blocking of quirk. You just wait. I think it's going to happen. Again, it won't be as long as we saw in the first war, but it'll be like a sniper shot. Like, "Doo, you're quirkless for a second. Doo, you're quirkless for a second." You know, something like that. Anyway, Monoma says, I heard that during the Jakku City incident, if it weren't for Eraserhead, we would have faced utter and complete destruction. Yeah, that's true. Vlad King looks at him, doesn't say anything. Monoma says, you know what I've been told my whole life? You can't become a superhero with that quirk. That's the quirk of a side character. Monoma, as Vlad King wraps his arm around him. This plan, as we get a shot of Shinso doing the brainwashing on the parents. That's great. That's cool. Then the next shot we have is of Aoyama walking through some destructed building or something. Would have never worked without everyone's help. As we get a thumbs up. That's cool. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so like that was during the phone call, and then you get a thumbs up from Shinso. That's great. And then now we're cutting to the present where he's like going through the portal. There is no such thing as a side character. You never were and you never will be. What great words from Vlad King of all people. Okay, so yeah, we're cutting to the present now. And now we're seeing half of Monoma's face coming through the portal. There's no such thing as a side character. You never were and you never will be. That is so great. I've always liked Monoma as a character. He's easily one of my favorite of Class 1B. He's great. Who doesn't like Monoma? That snarky, like, looks down on you and laughs at you, like, loud persona that he is. He's great. Now we're coming to the present, and he's warping all the people in, saying, Fixer Ha. Wait, I don't know what Fixer Ha means, but you are the protagonist. Oh my god, that's so hype for Monoma right there. Oh, that's cool. It's just warping everyone. And we got a few more heroes here. We got Burnin. I don't know if we saw her in the previous chapter. Endeavor, Aoyama. Kiddo? What's his name? It's Endeavor's sidekick. His name's like Kiddo or something. He can like redirect things with his like mummy tape. We got oh yeah, so everyone else is pretty much the same that we've seen. What is this guy on the top, though? It looks like Mudman, but it's not him. Weird. Anyway, everyone's just rushing out of the portals. Really badass. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Yo, whoa. Okay, goosebumps. Goosebumps. All right. The next shot, it's a pan-back shot of this empty parking lot that they're all at. And you just see the forces, like, appearing from both sides of, like, the Kurogiri portals and then the goo portals from All For One. If we're going just by this, All For One's army looks bigger. I'd say it's like roughly like 2 to 1 in size difference, but that might also be just because the goo makes it look like there's more numbers. So they're either equal or All For One has more numbers. It's hard to tell with the goo because the goo is also black. Versus the Kurogiri portals, they're like very thin and you can clearly tell the people different from them. But that's a great shot, badass right there. Just as expected, he brought an army with him. All squads, get moving. So this is back at like the command center with Tsukauchi and All Might. If he is able to steal one for all, he'll no longer need to keep running and hiding. He intends to end it all here. Dude, holy shit. Holy shit. We're in the end game now. This is it. Whoa. Whoa, what? Whoa, that's creepy. Okay, so we cut right to Shigaraki, I think, with this long hair. I don't know if I like Shigaraki with long ass hair like this, but he like reaches down and touches the ground, or he's touching the goo beneath him, and you see like ... from like Shigaraki. That's just creepy. Why is that so creepy? Dobby, says Shigaraki. Don't tell me what to do, leader. As Dobby lumbles forward. Oh, Dobby. I understand there's a lot of Dobby fans out there. I love to hate on him. I just think he's I don't want to say piece of shit, but like he's just an arrogant asshole. Don't tell me what to do, leader. You call him leader, yet you also tell him, don't tell me what to do, leader. That's just like the most dumbest sentence. But of course Dobby would say that. I love to hate on this guy. Anyway, but whatever he noticed, he was about to tell him something. Shigaraki's like, by the way, okay, let me just rant here before we go any further. I'm disappointed we didn't see more development with what happened with Shigaraki. I feel like we would have benefited a lot from like the villains talking with him and like seeing where they're at, because Shigaraki is kind of an unknown right now. But anyway, Dobby lunges forward. He doesn't have any of his hair dye in. It's white hair, flame in hand. Oh my god, he's going right at Endeavor. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Is he about to fight Endeavor? I didn't think I'd meet you here, my dear father. Shall I start with your allies' cremation? Oh my god. And then Dobby's going for attack. This is crazy. We're here. I'm afraid to go to the next panel. Whoa. Whoa. Just a huge explosion. I think I see ice. I think Todoroki is here. I think Todoroki blocked whatever fire. That's a massive explosion, though. It's bigger than the buildings next to them. Holy shit. Like, that's comically huge. Where the hell did the rest of the army would just get destroyed? That's crazy. So out of one of the Kurogiri portals comes Ice, and you have Dabi saying, ha ha ha. He's just laughing as just steam coming from his mouth. As if I'd let you, you stupid big brother, says Todoroki as he comes out with, oh my god, Class 1A. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so the rest of the whole army hadn't come out yet for the heroes. Oh my god, I can't believe, okay. Yes, wow, okay. Okay. Now it's really real. Now for me, anyway. I thought most of Class 1A would stay back and defend the school or something stupid like that, but no, they're coming in. They're coming in. Behind Todoroki, they have Sero, Kirishima, Ojiro, Uraraka, Froppy. We have everyone, basically. I don't see... there's only like 6 of them, but I assume the rest are coming in too. Dabi shouts, Shoto! He did the Shoto yell too? Oh my god. Okay, my favorite Endeavor quote ever is when he shouts, Shoto! At the sports festival. And if we get a shout like that from Dabi right here, I'll be happy. I love the Shoto! My little side story. My sister, they rescued a cat, her and her husband, and they were deciding what to name their cat. And I was like, name it Shoto. So whenever I see him, I could be like, Shoto! But no, they didn't name him Shoto. Maybe I got scared him off the idea. But anyway, All For One says, all these insects crawling around as he's flying into the sky. Do they plan on fighting it out in close quarters here? System, Troy, on, shouts All Might. They have a system? Oh, woo! Yo, okay. Something's rising. Oh, that's what Shigaraki noticed. There was something underground. That's what Shigaraki noticed. That's crazy. But like something's lifting out of the ground and surrounding the villains. A cage? Are you kidding me? And then they put all the various villains in different domes and like these metal cages. There's no way that would hold them. Shigaraki just disintegrate it. He must know we can break through these in a matter of seconds. Yeah. Why put all this effort into it then? Says All For One thinks to himself. That's it. I see what All Might's play was now. We can do this, All Might. This time surely, says Tsukuchi. Yeah, says All Might. This is the plan that you and I, as well as everyone, worked so hard to achieve. It has to work out. We tried to bring him down once before. Your stomach was destroyed back then. But you are still alive, and so am I. This time for sure, All Might. Yeah, says All Might. Branch away from UA. Branch away, Troy, as well. All of this is necessary for the plan. Build up his confidence, drag him out, and then... So this is what he was saying, Fixer. So Monoma saying, Fixer! Everyone now! Imprison them! They're opening warp gates, and they're like sending these captured villains through the warp gates. Oh my god. All of this. Did it work? Just to split us up. Oh my god, the last panel, it's a all for one on the right and All Might on the left. What an epic way for this to start. Okay, so they are planning to separate them after all. I was wondering if that was just random nonsense about them having to separate them, but no. They put them in these cages, even knowing the cages won't last long, but they just did it long enough to chuck them through portals. Where will they send them, I wonder? And like, do they have predetermined teams to chase them down? Like, oh my god. This is a great chapter. Ooh, baby, dude. We got teased of the Dabi versus Endeavor fight. That that's coming. You know that wherever Dabi goes, they're gonna send Todoroki and Endeavor there. They're gonna have a big old family fight. That's gonna be cool. Looking forward to that. Wow, dude. So that's crazy. That's what Shigaraki was touching the ground and he noticed, like, wow, dude. I love this shot of all the armies appearing on this battlefield, but it just doesn't even turn out to be the battlefield because they're separating everyone. Crazy. Crazy. I don't... What do I even say? All right, so Monoma had a great stuff, and this is a long chapter, by the way. This is actually a lot of pages on this chapter. I feel like a lot of it was dialogue too. Shinso had a great spot in this chapter. Monoma, this is like the Shinso and Monoma chapter, which is great. Both of them had a really key moment in this, and I love Vlad King of all people, saying this. Like, Vlad King has done nothing in this entire series. He had a little bit in the camp arc, I guess, but like even then, shit, not much. What great words from their teacher. I'm gonna reread what he said. There's no such thing as a side character. You never were and you never will be. You are the protagonist. To quote Mob Psycho, you're the protagonist of your own life. You know, everyone's a protagonist. Oh, it's great. A lot of Aizawa in this chapter. This is a great chapter, and it didn't even have any Deku in it. It had a lot of All Might, a lot of All For One. What a weird centric cast of characters. You have All Might, All For One, Monoma, Shinso, like crazy. And the plan seems to be working for now. I want to know where they're teleporting him to. Was that what the search party was for? To search for areas that would be advantageous in their fights? Was that what the search was? I wonder. Like, it's so many questions. Great chapter, though. Really, like, after the last chapter where it's like, oh shit, shit's happening. This was a great next step in the fight. Like, some exchanges, some quick shots, but then, like, the real trap happens. I'm intrigued. I'm hooked. You gotta like it. I like how they kept everything in secret up until now. Really, really, really effective. There are some All Might death flags in this chapter, though, for sure. Especially with Sukaichi's speech, it's just like really on the nose. We tried to bring him down once before. Your stomach was destroyed back then, but you were still alive, and so am I. This time for sure, All Might. Yeah, says All Might with sweat bead on his forehead. That's foreshadowing, dude. Can you imagine if All Might was in his prime right now? The heroes would be guaranteed win, I think. Well, not guaranteed, because Shigaraki is stronger than All For One used to be, debatably. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. He's stronger than... This is the peak what the quirk All For One has been, probably, with Shigaraki. So, you know, but on the flip side, you know, All Might's got Deku, who's got the quirk. I'm gonna have to internalize this chapter a lot. I'm gonna have to sit back and think about it. There's a lot here, a lot of dialogue. I gotta wait for the officials to come out to really sparse this up, but really good stuff. As long as I get some Class 1A stuff, you know, I'm happy. I want to see them actually do things. Huh. Gigantomachia still has to make his appearance. He's still stuck in that cage. I'm sure that'll be the halfway point in the war. Like, we'll get the opening battles, exchanges, wins, losses for both sides, you know. And then, like, maybe at one point the heroes look like they have an upper hand, and then somehow they wake up Giganto. Because Giganto, like, people forget, that man leveled cities just to try to reach his master. He wasn't even fighting. He was just running. And he killed thousands of people just running through cities. You put him in a war when he's actually focused on fighting? He wasn't focused on fighting in the last... He was focused on just getting from point A to point B in the last war. And look how much destruction he still did. If you tell him, don't even worry about running anywhere. Just go loose and kill heroes. You just wait and watch. Especially if All For One's right next to him. His master, you know? You think he's gonna want to disappoint him right up in point blank? Hell no, dude. I'd be the most afraid of Giganto right now. You already know he's coming into play at a certain point, but get ahead of myself. That'll come eventually. So, great chapter. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing, liking, commenting. I like to hear you guys' thoughts every week. Just because if I don't reply to your comments, or if I don't like the comments or whatever, just know I read them all, and I enjoy reading them all. I leave hearts on the comments that, like, I genuinely agree with, or I think is a really good take. That's kind of, I've never really explained this before. That's like when I leave the hearts on the comments, and I'm just like, that's a great take. I didn't think about that. Or like, that's right up my alley. Like, I like that. Like, stuff like that, you know? But I just because, like, you know, comment anything you want. So, till next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.